Families needing care for a child or spouse with a disability say they can't find anyone to help. And that's our top story tonight. I'm Brian Holmes.
And I'm Morgan Romero. Families say the shortage has gotten worse recently after the state ended a program that paid them to care for their loved ones. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare cited fraud and rising costs from increased enrollment.
Abby Davis is following this story. So, Abby, the question is, how are these families able to make this work now?
Well, it's really just a tough situation right now. Many are relying on single incomes, which is putting a serious strain on their finances.
So this is the log I keep.
For the last several months,
I think there's 27 on this one.
Trixie Wade says she's contacted dozens of agencies trying to find someone to care for her 10-year-old daughter, Harper.
Are you showing off?
I'm told there's no caregivers available that can meet Harper's needs, or there's just none available at all.
Yeah, it's a whole big situation.
Trixie and her husband Rick started looking for outside care after Idaho ended a pandemic-era program in July that paid parents and spouses to care for their loved ones.
Complete panic. I'm looking for a night job, so I'll start working when I get one.
Then we become just caregivers, and we pass each other for an hour or two and exchange what we've done for Harper for the day, and we're no longer a family.
Yay, big girl. It's been a struggle because while this is real life, it was simpler for 2 years.
Preston Reynolds says he can't find caregivers either, leaving him no choice but to take his disabled daughter and wife with him to work.
So I have a handicapped daughter sitting in a car seat and a wife laying back in a chair with the protective eye lens like you're sleeping on her eyes, and that's what we have to do in order to make ends meet.
Health and Welfare wouldn't do an interview, but a spokesman says they expect families will go back to what they did before the pandemic, either finding caregivers through agencies or hiring eligible relatives or close friends who Medicaid will pay to provide personal care.
We went into the program needing caregivers, and then we were asked, who do you have available? Well, we don't have a big family.
The families I talked to, as well as several caregiving agencies around the state, say the shortage won't improve anytime soon. They warn it'll only get worse with Idaho cutting Medicaid reimbursement rates by 4%. That happened September 1st. One Assist Care owner, Jeremy Nayland, says they'll have to cut salaries by 4%. Before the cut, his agency could pay caregivers up to $16 an hour.
There are some that are able to find, family members or family friends, and were able to stay in the program because they, did find someone to step in. But then a month later, to have to approach their family or friend and say, hey, thanks for stepping up, but now Medicaid's not going to pay you as much. That's really hard.
Nayland's agency only hires family members and close friends because they weren't getting enough applicants to make posting jobs worthwhile. His Treasure Valley branches still lost about 40 caregivers after this program ended. Morgan and Brian.